Hello and welcome. Friends, tequila is a distilled beverage made from the blue agave plant primarily in the area surrounding the city of Tequila, 65 kilometers northwest of Guadalajara and in the highlands Los Altos of the western Mexican state of Jalisco. The blue volcanic soil in the surrounding region is particularly well suited to the growing of the blue agave, and more than 300 million of the plants are harvested there each year. Mexican laws state that tequila can be produced only in the states of Jalisco and limited regions in the states of Guanajuato, Michoacán, Nayarit, and Tamaulipas. Mexico is granted international right to the word tequila. Tequila is most often made at a 38 to 40% alcohol content, 76 to 80 proof, but can be produced between 31 to 55% alcohol content, 62 to 110 proof. Tequila was first produced in the 15th century near the location of the city of Tequila, which was not officially established until 1666. When the Spanish conquistadors ran out of their own brandy, they began to distill agave to produce one of North America's first indigenous distilled spirits. The style of tequila that is popular today was first mass-produced in the early 19th century in Guadalajara, Mexico. Don Cenobio Souza, founder of Souza Tequila and municipal president of the village of Tequila from 1884 to 1885, was the first to export tequila to the United States and shortened the name from tequila extract to just tequila for the American markets.
The history of tequila symbolizes to a great extent the history of Mexico, of its people and traditions. Proud of its roots, tequila is a spirituous drink that gets better as time passes. With its great flavor and exquisite aroma, tequila is protected as an appellation of origin. This means that tequila can be produced exclusively in a specific geographical territory, which is located within the borders of Mexico.
Hi, my name is Eric Taylor, and today I am talking about tequila. Tequila is only from Mexico. It is made from the blue agave plant. The fruits of the agave plant are these enormous piñas. They're 700 pounds big. They're harvested by hand, and then they are taken back to the distillery. They're cut into smaller pieces, and then the piñas are either steamed or baked in an oven until they are soft, and then the sugars are released. The piñas are then ground and then distilled. There are two major types of tequila. The first one is called mixto, and it is at least 51% of blue agave. The other 49% could be made out of anything. Examples of mixto are Jose Cuervo, Gold, or Salsa. So these are, they are sweeter, a little smoother tequilas, but very simple and don't have the complexity of 100% blue agave. Any tequila that is 100% blue agave will always say it on the bottle, 100% de agave, 100% always. So you look for that. Tequilas that are 100% agave are more complex, they have more of a vegetal flavor, and tend to be a superior product. There are three major types of 100% agave tequilas. The first one is Blanco. Blancos are always, or should be, perfectly clear, and they are bottled immediately after distillation with no or minimal resting. The second kind of tequila are reposado. Reposados are, reposado means rested, and reposados are a little bit darker. They'll definitely take on a browner tint from the oak aging, which happens for a minimum of 3 months in oak, but less than a year. The third type of tequila is añejo. As you can see, añejos are much darker than a reposado, and that is because they are aged in oak barrels for a minimum of a year, but less than 3 years. There's a brand new type of tequila called super añejos. We don't have any, but they are aged for a minimum of 3 years. So the differences are in flavor profiles. Blancos are very green and vegetal. They can be brash and upfront, but very smooth. Reposados are a little bit aged in oak, so they have a little bit of a oaky, caramelly flavor. The oak aging mellows them out a bit, so that they're not quite as harsh. And then añejos have taken on a lot of that barrel character and have become much more mellow, smooth, and complex than reposados or blancos have. What do you do with tequila? Well, a lot of people shoot tequila. I remember doing let's see, it's the lick, shoot, suck. Salt, shoot the tequila, bite of lime. An alternative of that, which was really fun, is cinnamon, shoot the tequila, and then an orange slice instead. Another drink is a tequila gimlet. So you're making a gimlet out of either Blanco, or I think Reposado would probably make the best one. And then fresh lime juice and sugar, shake and strain. A Bloody Maria, which is a tequila Bloody Mary. So you're using a fresh Bloody Mary mix or making it yourself, and then adding your favorite tequila. And of course there's the margarita, whether it's blended or on the rocks. There's a number of different flavors that you can explore from either it being a Blanco, Añejo, or Reposado. But choose your tequila carefully, ask for help, because I think tequila is one of the spirits where the quality of the tequila in the end product will have a vast difference in the enjoyment that you have. Meaning, if you use cheap tequila, it's going to have a much more of a negative effect on your cocktail than using a nicer tequila. That's all I have to say about tequila for today. If you have any questions about tequila or would like a little bit more information, come by, say hi.
Production involves 6 basic steps. Planting and harvesting. The process begins with the jima, the harvest, and the jimadors, those responsible for growing and eventually harvesting the agave. The plant is left to grow 8 to 10 years, enough time for agave to produce honey within its pinna. Jimadors will then use a koa, a tool used for centuries to extract the pinna and clear it of leaves and thorns. Cooking and milling. The pinnas will be weighed, cut up in halves or quarters, and cooked. The traditional method takes pinnas and places them in hornos or cooking ovens. The modern method involves using steel pressure cookers called autoclaves. Fermentation. The juices are now ready to be fermented. This is each tequila starts to acquire its unique taste and classification. Sugar cane or molasses sugar are then added to the juice. Producers will introduce yeasts. The tanks are lightly heated and carbon dioxide is released, giving the agave juice 5% alcohol content per volume. Distillation. The mosto or fermented agave juice is finally ready for distillation. The juice will be heated to alcohol's vaporization point and then cooled and condensed to create ordinario. The mosto can be distilled 3 or even 4 times for top shelf tequila. Aging. A blanco is agave in its purest alcohol form, but this blanco can still be worked with. Reposado and Anillo tequila can be obtained from a blanco. To do so, silver tequila is aged in barrels. A reposado will age from 2 to 12 months and Anillo from 1 to 3 years. The more time the liquor spends within a barrel, the more color and tannins the final product will have. Bottling. All 100% agave tequila must be labeled and sealed in Mexico. Non-100% agave tequila or mixtos can either be bottled in Mexico or in the US.
What's happening, Ask Men? My name's Andy. We're at Los Feliz on the Lower East Side of New York. We're gonna talk about tequila today. Tequila is made from the blue agave plant. It's not a cactus. A lot of people think that that is a cactus, similar to a cactus. So the farmers will harvest this. They will chop off all the spiky things that you think of, from an agave plant. They'll get to the piña, which is then the heart of the plant. It is then boiled down and then distilled like you distill any kind of spirit. Basically, once it's distilled, that is called silver or blanco tequila. You can put it right in the bottle. That's your silver, white kind of tequila. Then the reposado means rested. It is aged 3 months to a year. And then añejo tequila is rested more than a year, up to 3 years. More than 3 years, there's the extra añejo. But that is basically what tequila is.
So friends, take a sip and cheers.